What's up, guys? I wanted to come out this afternoon, take a few minutes to talk with you all about something. You can see back behind me here, you can see the clouds, you can see the storm that's coming in. And of course, living here for as long as I have in this area, it's pretty obvious. And it doesn't take a genius to recognize the signs of a storm moving in. It doesn't take a weatherman, a meteorologist. You simply look around, see your environment, see the things that are going on, and you can recognize that storm. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about in this video is the apparent storm that we're facing. And the firearms community as a country, and I think it's pretty obvious that those storm clouds are growing. And the main thing that I wanted to begin with in this video was to talk with you all about political issues, particularly surrounding firearms. Now, for those of you all who do not think that guns and politics mix, I think that you need to look into the history of this country, why it was founded, and the reasoning behind the Second Amendment, and you'll see that guns are a very political issue. What we're having happen in our country and in many of the local communities, different parts of this country, is shocking in many cases. What we're seeing is a never before seen power grab from government agencies. It continues to grow. We see the things that are going on with the ATF, with the FBI, the amount of corruption that is happening there, with the influence on elections coming from the FBI playing one side, protecting one side while going after the other. And you cannot argue that that is something that's not happening. I think the facts speak for themselves on that. Now, it is one of the things that, if you'll notice in a lot of channels online, politics has started to come in and become more prominent. And I think that it is unavoidable in this day and age. I think that politics is becoming a big part of our culture. And because there are those who unapologetically are wanting to come in and completely rewrite our culture. They're wanting to change how things are done completely, not necessarily for the better. In many cases, it's just a power grab for them. They want to set themselves up as permanent rulers, I guess you could say. I mean, look no further than some of the things that we have had happen. Now, we know that the ATF has been going around visiting people, going door to door for various reasons, and there's a lot of things that are playing into that. But one thing that I think that we need to be paying very close attention to is the upcoming midterm elections. The reason for that is if you go and watch some of the speeches given by a lot of leading Democrats, a lot of even Biden, I think that's even him. They are plainly saying that if they can get enough seats in the Senate and hold on to the House of Representatives, that they're going to try to ban what they call assault rifles. That's AR-15s, AK-47s, semi-automatic firearms that are owned by millions of Americans legally, used for hunting, used for sport shooting, things like that. And don't just take my word for it, guys. Simply go out and look. I know there's a lot of folks out there that don't like getting involved in politics. They don't like talking about politics. But at the same time, if you are wanting to protect your rights to own what you want, your rights to carry on the traditions that were handed to you, hunting, outdoorsmanship, shooting sports, whatever. The things that we have all grown up doing, the things that more people are beginning to get into, then you need to be concerned. You need to recognize when those storms are coming, and you need to get involved. You need to go out when it comes time and vote. You need to vote against these people who are plainly telling you they want to take your rights from you. And you don't only need to go out and vote, you need to get your friends involved. We all have people around us that do not vote, that don't think nothing about it, that just carry on their lives every day, don't ever get involved with the political realm. And that's one of the reasons why the election in 2020, along with other things, as we all know, that went the way that it did. A lot of people that went out, and basically they went out and didn't know what they were voting for. They just did what the TV told them. You know, we need to use the tactics of common sense. We need to be willing to go out, bring our neighbors, our friends with us, and we need to vote. We need to educate our neighbors as far as why they need to be involved, and we need to work to protect our freedoms. You know, they've plainly said that they're going to take our rights from us. You know, we need to let them know during this next election, nope, not going to happen. You know, and I think that that is an easy step for us to take. Our founders, the founders of this nation, they couldn't just vote to secede from England. They had to do things the hard way. They would much rather have had to do things the easy way. We currently have the rights, as of now, to do things the easy way. We don't want to allow the political environment in our country to get to where it's going to take hard things to be able to set things right. You know, that has happened in our country before, and if you are a student of history, you'll know that that's something that we don't want to see again. You know, we just do not want to see it again, okay? But guys, recognize the storm, because right now it's beginning to rain, and just like in our country, there's things that are beginning to rain that we should recognize what the rain's going to do, what these little droplets of trouble can happen if we're not careful, and if we don't take shelter from the storms that are coming, and if we don't do things to avoid those storms coming. Guys, this is just a video that I wanted to do. I want to know your thoughts down in the comments below. Guns are a political issue, whether you like it or not. Okay, it was the right to keep and bear arms that birthed our nation. And we need to take the easy steps to protect our nation and preserve our nation. I've heard it said that there are 3 boxes that are involved with freedom. The first is the soapbox, the right of the people to speak, to share their ideas, to to speak with others, to share their ideas, and to communicate in their community. The second is the ballot box, where we carefully select who we want to represent us in the halls of government. Those are the easy things. The last thing is when it gets bad. The last thing is the cartridge box. The cartridge box is what our founding fathers had to use, and we don't want to have to open that box again. But guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel. I'm sure this video is probably going to get a lot of hate, and in no way am I advocating any kind of violence, guys. What I am advocating is for you to go out and use the freedoms and rights that we have currently, and go vote, go speak your mind, use your voice to communicate in your community, and let's do everything we can to avoid having to open that last box. You know, freedom can be taken away that quick, and we don't want it to happen. Storm's coming, guys. Let's do what we can to shelter ourselves from it. Thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on the channel, and we'll see you next time.